Meet Serena, your virtual companion for emotional support. The ultimate safe space to discuss your thoughts, your fears, and the ups and downs of daily life. Start your free trial today at serena.chat.
I, 32F. Want to divorce my husband, 33M. My husband, 33M, and I, 32F, have been together for 10 years, married for 2. We have 1-year-old daughter. He is a good man, loving father, responsible and reliable, helps with all household chores, takes good care of our child, he's the favorite parent, and his family, parents and siblings. I feel guilty feeling this way, but I am just so unhappy. I still care for him and I don't want him to get hurt, but I know if I stay I will just resent him. I want to leave but scared of the thought of how my daughter will adjust if we get a divorce. I feel so selfish wanting to leave, but I can't get the thought out of my head. I've to talk to him so many times in the past why I feel this way, and he said he'll do better, and for a while he does, but then it goes back to how it was before. I like talking things out right then and there when we argue, but he wants to sleep it off and apologize the next day knowing I can't sleep if we argue and don't talk it out. I used to cry myself to sleep at times and he doesn't try to comfort me. Sometimes though he would ask me why I'm crying and if I can please stop crying. More recently he's learned to try and comfort me, but only when he sees me crying uncontrollably. Most of the time he sees tears roll down my face and just ignores it or asks me to stop crying until it turns into uncontrollable cries. A few months ago before our anniversary we had a huge argument. Each time we argue he told me if I'm not happy I should just be honest with him and tell him I don't want to do this anymore. So that day I told him I can't do this anymore and I was miserable and wanted a divorce. He told me we'll talk about it soon. We had plans on our anniversary that we didn't cancel. We ended up talking that day and he asked me to give him another chance. Since then, though, nothing has changed. We're still in the same cycle. I'm still unhappy. Before this anniversary date, I don't recall the last time we went on a date. I just know I can count the number of times we went on one, so not a lot. I've told him so many times that I wanted to travel and do some fun activities with him, but nothing ever happens. If I don't initiate, nothing happens. I've reached the point where I'm actually tired and I don't get excited of the thought of going on dates with him or doing anything with him in general. I also don't feel like a priority. On weekends we either stay home and his parents visit us, or we go visit his parents, and mine. He's very close to his parents, which is nice, but sometimes I just feel like I'm not a priority. When I mention something new or fun I want to try, he would say, "Oh, that's a good idea, we should do that, and if you don't mind maybe my mom can tag along. She never does anything fun and would be a nice experience for her." This doesn't happen all the time, of course, but we rarely go out, and when we do he thinks of his family, my family too, and we should spend more time with them because they're getting old. I agree, but still. When we got married, the next day we went out on a date, but his mom and nephew tagged along because he felt bad because they never do anything fun, so he took them with us. So I felt like we didn't really go out for me and him. We went out so they can have fun, on the day after we got married. Anyway, this is getting too long. Everything I said here, he already knows how I feel about it. He apologized, I did too, but we're back to how it was like before. I guess I'm here to vent and just want to get input from strangers. Am I being too much for wanting a divorce? No, I don't want to go marriage counseling. I don't want to tell him how I feel anymore. I've told him so many times and nothing happens. I just feel shitty feeling the way I do, but I can't stop thinking of just leaving. I'm tired. But I'm also scared for my daughter. I'm sad, but I know if I stay I'll just resent him. You could just be depressed, and leaving might not solve your empty feeling. Were you feeling this way about your husband before baby? Honestly, girl, if you want to get divorced, do it, but I don't think that will make you happy. I think you are depressed. I think you need to talk to a therapist first before you go to divorce. I think you guys should do weekly date nights and have his mom babysit. You say he's perfect, but then want a divorce, but you don't know why, but he has to apologize and do better. Either this is fake as shit or you're literally crazy. You said nothing happens as far as dates if you don't initiate. Then why not just be the initiator? I mean, in a couple there is always one person who is better at doing something. You could initiate the dates and plan them and he can join. He comes along willingly, right? And you guys still have fun together when it's just you two? As far as him inviting other family members, just tell him no, it will just be the two of you. That would irritate me too if my significant other was always inviting people on our plans and would make me think he doesn't enjoy spending time with just me. I would explain that to him too if you feel the same. Damn, that sucks. I wish you the best op. My 41 female husband, 52 male, has a second family on the side. I've been sitting with this information for almost 2 weeks now and I still don't know how to proceed. My husband has been in what seems like a committed relationship with another woman and he's playing happy families with her and her 3 sons. They're even planning on having a baby. A week ago I stumbled on a TikTok account of this lady sharing her recipes and in the background I recognized my husband's back. I wasn't too sure at first, but after taking a real good look and as his wife I know that fool's neck, back, legs and the clothing he was wearing. So I went looking through her posted videos just to piece together a confirmation of it really being my husband, and I continued to keep an eye on him and his movements, but he seemed normal. It's clear to me now that he has his cheating down to a science. Every time he went on his work trips she'd post these videos saying she's cooking a new recipe because her man is coming back from his work trip. She'd plate the food up and I'd recognized his grubby hands by their look and the way he'd hold the cutlery. He has a specific way of holding it. Kind of looks like a Neanderthal discovering forks and knives. I can't believe this bastard has been with her for 3 years. I don't know how he found the time to start an entire relationship on the side. I thought we were happy. He tells me loves me all the time. Always brings me a gift from his work trips. When he's home we have sex pretty much 4 to 6 times a week. We talk all the time. We've been married for 21 years and we have 2 daughters. We lost our eldest son 10 years ago, but we worked through it and got closer than ever before. We are even due to having our 22nd anniversary and it's his turn to plan it. We alternate who plans the anniversary each year. I know he's been planning an elaborate party for us. So why is he cheating? I am so angry and don't know what steps to take. I am utterly distraught. I thought we were happy. I thought he loved our little life. I feel like I can't think and I barely know where to start. I can barely focus. What do I do and how do I do it? I love coming on here and reading things and giving advice, but now that it's me I feel like I can't think. I nearly burned my kitchen down because I literally spaced out and forgot that I was cooking. Collect all the evidence, all of the videos and a timeline of all of his work trips, contact a divorce lawyer and hit him with divorce papers. I'm normally of the approach that splits should be as amicable as possible, but this fucker has a whole second family. Be the definition of a woman scorned. Do not say anything to your husband yet. He will probably just lie and try to gaslight you. If you can afford to hire a private investigator, do it ASAP. Everyone who has used one says they're worth the money. And as everyone else has said, consult with a couple of lawyers. Good luck. How is he funding her? Get your ducks in a row. Consult an attorney to determine the best way to do this. Do you have real evidence or just pictures of a guy's back? My ex, 33M, told me, 28F, he's getting married. I'm in a very happy relationship with my fiancé. Out of the blue, my ex messaged me on social media. Haven't seen him for years. I was shocked seeing his message. Hey, sorry, I know I shouldn't message you. I'm going to take a big step in my life and was thinking of you. I'm going to get married. I don't know if this is right or wrong telling you. All I wanted to say is thank you and I'm sorry for being an A. I have learned a lot from you, to be honest. You are a very beautiful person inside and out, and I wasn't able to keep up with the passion and loyalty. You will always be in a soft corner of my heart. I wish you all the best for your future. I feel good to tell you if anything good has happened to me. I still have the first birthday card which you have given me. I do read it each year. Makes me feel good. I hope you're still the same when you talk. Anyways, have a great journey ahead and I'm really proud of myself that I had you once. Thank you and take care. Bye for now. As you can probably tell by reading that, he did ruin our relationship. We were together for 3 years with our on and off relationship. He was talking to other girls on social media during our relationship. He knew I didn't like it but continued doing so. I loved him so much, but I did end up leaving him because I couldn't handle that betrayal feeling anymore. I couldn't trust him ever again. It's a sickening feeling. I am shocked and confused why he reached out to me. I wasn't sure if he wanted to make me jealous because he knows I'm currently doing well with my current relationship, or if he is feeling very guilty and regret what he has done to me. I do feel guilty for feeling emotional about this. The reason being was he knew I wanted to get married with him. I saw a future with him. I tried talking about our future. We just never worked out. I knew we wouldn't. But I knew that he still loves me after I left him. The fact that he still reached out to me to let me know how he's feeling, it's strange. I immediately thought about how his soon-to-be wife would be feeling, finding out that he's talking to his ex. I'm glad that I'm not in her position. That could have been me. I'm glad he is moving on, but is he really moving on? Narrator's voice, and he never stopped talking to other girls. If he wanted to give you a sincere apology, he should have stopped at that I am sorry I was an asshole to you. This whole, soft corner of my heart, sounds pretty disgusting knowing he is going to marry. You should thank him for letting you know he's still an asshole. I think he's playing a massive and disgusting game, but that's just my take. That's called a Hail Mary. He's panicking he's getting married, so waxing nostalgic about his exes and reaching out to see if any will take the bait. Block him and forget it. He's hoping to cheat on his new wife with you because she's not as good as you in the sack, so he's planting the seed now for when he calls you later. My 34M long-distance girlfriend, 32F, suddenly stopped birth control and now she is pregnant. A bit of context first. I have been dating this girl from Colombia for the better part of a year now, and we had seen each other a total of 5 times during that period. I live in the UK. We agreed she'd come to visit for 2 months and a half at the end of May in order for the both of us to understand how we would get along more seriously and see if things merited to continue, and possibly have her move indefinitely after that. She was worried about not finding the same birth control pills that she was taking where I live. I reassured her that wouldn't be the case and, as a precaution, I told her to bring plenty in order to not run out anyway. While together she started her last period on the 2nd of June, and as far as I am aware she continued to take the pill until the 11th of June, the last day we had unprotected sex. She told me out of nowhere she had decided to stop taking the pill then and there as her supply had finished, and this would have other benefits as well, and she was afraid of not finding one similar in the UK. I tried to mention that wouldn't be an issue, but she was sure of her decision. So I respected. Problem is the little swimmers are tenacious, can survive for a few days on end, and she got pregnant most likely on the 12th or the 13th, and we didn't have sex then. I honestly don't know how to feel about all of this. I didn't want to have a kid in these circumstances, although I'm fully aware of my responsibilities. And she could have gotten pregnant on the pill anyway. One thing that threw me off was that a few days after she stopped I found a full box of pills in her purse and, quite frantically, she said those were old ones that she stopped taking a while ago. I want to do the right thing and support the kid if she decides to have the baby, but I don't know if I can fully trust her nor have a meaningful relationship with her at this point. We have discussed abortion and she actually agreed to do one, through pills. Now she is backing off and says she doesn't want to. I can only respect that, but it's been a roller coaster honestly. Apologies for the long rant. What are my options here? Thank you. Sounds like a baby trap, but you fell into it pretty willingly and with eyes wide open, so good luck, Pops. Your options are to step up and do the right thing or get a knock on your door blowing your whole world apart in 18 years. Your choice. Baby Trap 101. You were so naive to go in raw that it almost hurt. Baby trapped. Just make sure it yours DNA test after born. Is it possible she stopped taking the pills because she was desperate to stay in the UK and with you? You got baby trapped. You don't just keep old birth control pills, and if you're switched pills, your likelihood of getting pregnant is tenfold for a few weeks. She knew what she was doing, you somehow did not. Your only options are to decide how involved you are going to be in your child's and her life moving forward.